Hey, what's up everybody? Pan here. So this is a new video on a Hisense U8G. I have the 65 inch. So as you can see, I have the new software version that will be coming to displays over the air. Some people have gotten the update through USB a lot earlier, just as me. Hisense contacted me directly, called me actually on my phone, and we spoke, and this new firmware is going to be addressing some of the issues that was occurring on M0210. So this is M0422. So this is the latest stable firmware. This is not the beta. This is the latest stable firmware or upcoming firmware that you will receive within the coming days and weeks. They can't roll it out to everybody on the same day or within the same week because in case there's issues, they want to be able to address those issues, if that makes sense. So part of my sort of responsibility here is giving you guys sort of like an update. Now, I don't have the full patch notes, but I can say I did quite a few hours of Resident Evil 2 on PC. They fixed the game mode. So I'm going to get into that, and I'm going to show my PC, then I'm going to get into the PS5 as far as settings and what you can do, and then we're just going to go from there. Okay, so this is as you can see, I have it in HDR 10. This is at 1440p, 120 hertz, because I'm still on the GTX series of graphics cards. So those are HDMI 2.0. But I'm going to show you that I'm in HDR. So this is HDR game. So my settings are local dimming at medium, because once again, it gives you that better overall brightness. Those peak highlights, everything pops more in medium. I suggest leaving your local dimming on medium instead of high. You can see my prior videos as an explanation for that. Backlight at 100. And I got this TV for the Dolby Vision for movies, HDR for TV shows, things like that. And I also got it for HDR eventually for game. And with a little patience, Hisense got some nice things going on. So I'm in HDR game. So this is game mode. If you want the lowest input latency, please choose HDR game mode. Well, also it automatically disable some of the processes on the TV so that you don't have to deal with the additional stuff. You can do it on the other modes, but I suggest game mode, HDR game. Contrast is at 60. Brightness is at 45. Color is at 65. Tint 0. Sharpness at default 25. Apply to all sources. Advanced settings. I got color temperature mid-low. Motion enhancement is grayed out. That's off. One thing I can say, I played Rogue Company for a bit, but I played the majority of Resident Evil 2. You know, that was me playing my single player game. The motion has, just based off my first impressions for the few hours that I played on this new firmware update, the motion has improved considerably, at least on my end. Motion clearness off, noise off, grayed out. I have HDMI dynamic range on limited. Now I'm in HDR. So this is my Windows 10 gaming PC. It's also my workstation. I'm going to get into why I'm choosing limited instead of auto or full. So in this case, auto is auto. It's going to, both of these is going to, I'm not sure if you saw that change on screen, and you probably won't see it on camera, but auto and full will give like an overall grayscale to the image. And just what I'm getting at is that it sort of washes out the colors. The colors don't pop. They're not as intense. The contrast it's a little iffy. On auto or full, the colors are washed out. And when you select limited, and I'm not sure if you saw that change on screen, the colors pop more. There's more contrast. Things stand out. What I've noticed and what I've been doing my research on lately is that not every consumer cares about reference accuracy. Not everybody wants to hire a professional calibrator, and not everybody is into calibration. When people walk into these stores, they notice bright, beautiful, colorful TVs, and the Hisense U8G delivers on that on all scales. So it just comes down to settings. On HDMI dynamic range, when you put it to limited, your colors are going to pop and you're going to be getting better contrast out of your picture when you do it this way. Also, active contrast is now working with HDR gain. I think on the last update, active contrast was not working. As you can see, I can select any option. If you put it off, it's off. It's going to give you sort of that similar grayed out look. I recommend when you're doing HDR gaming, even with SDR, add some active contrast. I don't like it too much for movies or TV shows, but for gaming, it just seems to make a little bit more sense to me as far as my entertainment value. The sweet spot for me is medium. And the change is it's great. You can try high, and that give you a little bit more brightness, but I like medium as a sweet spot. Color space native. Instant game response is automatically on. This is HDR game mode. FreeSync is on. One thing that is new, and the reason why I'm not going through this quickly, because I'm explaining what I'm doing and how I'm feeling about the new updates. So this video may be a little longer. This isn't just a settings video. This is going to be giving you a little bit more insight. The HDMI input optimization, this was on the beta firmware, and it's also on the stable firmware. So I do like what they did with this. So it reads as this: select to optimize for better picture quality or better text clarity for HDMI 120 Hertz input signals. So my whole thing with this, and they have this for the modes and things like that. When gamers are gaming on this set, they're probably going to pick picture quality. That's what I have at the moment. Text clarity, maybe when they're browsing or doing some research, I don't know, typing a paper, when they have their displays or their computers hooked up to this TV, however they go about it.
Sorry,
you can select.
Right now.
Oh, my A word went off. But you can select between the two.
I don't know
that. Jeez. Text clarity is going to improve the text. Picture quality is going to, improve the picture. So that's all there is to that. Calibration. See, the gamma, we're in HDR, so it's grayed out as ST2084. Did a 2-point white balance, G offset -1, and G gain -3. And really for the inspirations for that, as far as the 2-point, was reference from the AVS forums and Reddit. Shout out to 4K Fanatic on that, and the other posters that are providing more insight and settings for the community. So that's about it. I'm going by what I see and what my personal taste is also. I am going to leave a link so you guys can also look at what people are posting These settings are, I think, similar to 4K Fanatic. I'm just adjusting it how I like it. I like the color at 65, sharpness at default 25 on Hisense, brightness at 45 for those more inky blacks, contrast at 60. I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. So with local dimming combined with active contrast, HDR, and I'm also going to be doing a video either before or after about how I set up my HDR in Windows 10 when hooked up to the Hisense U8G. I'm going to be doing that as well. But it's nice. So this is at 1440p at 120 hertz, HDR10. Looks absolutely amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to show the PS5. Okay, so this is my PlayStation. So I'm going to show you guys the settings for this. Okay, so what you want to do is go to your settings on the PlayStation 5. Head down to screen and video. Okay. And where it says RGB range, hit limited on that as well. Back out. Okay, so now I'm going to show the settings. So same settings for HDR game as earlier, right? However, the HDMI dynamic range is set to limited here as well, so make it match. But active contrast on high honestly looks better. If I go medium, as you can see on the screen in real time, it darkens the background. If you wish to have more of a contrast look to your games, choose medium. If you just like that brightness and the color isn't too washed out, both modes look good, choose high. You know, you can experiment between the two. But active contrast is working in HDR game mode, and I love it. I love it for games. And I might change it to high on my PC. Just have to play around with some things. On PC, I like it at medium. On PS5, I like it on high so far. And that's just judging off this blood hunt background, because I'm seeing it change dynamically between the two. Medium darkens it up, darkens the background. High gives it an overall balance but brightens the image. So, pick your poison. And every other setting that I explained is the same. FreeSync is on, picture quality optimization is on, and the same calibration settings as well. So yeah, so first impressions and 4K signal at 60 hertz, HDR10. When I get into a 120 hertz game, then it would change to 120 hertz. First impressions for the new firmware that's coming soon to you if you own this set is that for gaming, from what I played, it seems to be pretty freaking cool. It's actually awesome. They address, I guess, several of the issues from the last firmware update. And I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. So more videos can come of this. And yeah, so far so good. So appreciate you guys for watching. This is Penn, sign out. Peace out.